I would invite you to settle down, maybe disengage from something else that you are doing now in parallel. And just for 10 minutes, we are going to sink into the beautiful sense of self. Let's just take some deep breaths. I welcome you to the practice of inhaling or breathing in through the nose and breathing out through your mouth. Now, if you can attend to your spine and imagine a column around your spine through your torso. So from your tailbone, around your spine is a column that goes up to the top of your neck. You can make it as narrow as wide if you wish. This column, we can refer to it as core, C-O-R-E, with exploring the fact that this is your home. This is where you live. You live within that column around your spine. And when you call yourself back, you hold your essence and sense of self around and along and in that core, in that column. When you breathe in, you can imagine the breath, just like filling in your column from the bottom. So try it. Imagine the column being filled from the bottom when you inhale. Do it with me. Inhale and just notice the column getting filled up from bottom up. And as you exhale, just have a sense of the column being emptying through the bottom. For those who are curious about why, another time, let's just try it today. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Do it again. Inhale through your nose, filling up your column from the bottom. And exhale through your mouth. I'm going to count 7 to inhale. Hold, that means the column is holding the energy of the liquid or the flow. And then when we exhale for 9, it's being emptied from the bottom. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is called centering breathing, a very quick way of you to come back to center no matter where you are. Notice the difference between when you joined and how you're feeling now. And just know that you did it in just a few minutes. You can find this sense of self, sense of your core, of who you are, being present in your body. And there are different additional layers that we will add on in the full sessions. I would love to give you a brief introduction of how the journey is looking at this time. Fundamentally speaking, the intention of this journey is being in delight. We are really claiming our place of love, peace, and happiness in this world that is kind of falling apart all around us. That's the intention of this journey and this group. Place we want to do the journey together as an year-long pilgrimage and adventure. So the focus is to have a delightful living. The reason I'm putting it, there is the word light in there, but I want to bring in more joy and inspiration and, like playfulness and creativity. And it's been 2 years of us like, with all the COVID and stuff. It's time to rise up and claim our happiness. So no matter what we do, it's going to be about being at peace, being in love, and being full of joy and happiness, no matter what. Okay? We will be doing it in a virtual community of women. And I will be the person who will be a witness and a guide. So that's the intention of this year for me and for us. Why are we creating a virtual community? I am not a proponent of doing everything virtually, but these are the reasons I think we need a virtual community. To be more in control or in charge of our life, because we don't know what the fuck is going on outside. I've lost all the places that I would consistently go to, and I do not know when the things are coming back. The certainty, I'm missing certainty of being able to go to this place and be able to see that person and make art with that person. I want something certain and consistent in my life that I can come home to. Choice point, we are at a place of nothing what we believed in or what we did work anymore. We are at a choice point for ourselves and for this world. We need to create a new world order, and that can only happen with us individually making our choices, living from a place of joyful choice. Not just what's out there and let us just get overstimulated, but really focus on who am I, what do I need, what do I want to do with my life? Clarity, simplicity, dropping in. And virtual is the now new normal of creativity and innovation. Everything, all the adventures that's happening now are in the virtual platform. So we really can go global and still be at home. So no matter what you're doing, I request you to look for virtual communities to anchor into, at least for this year. Next, why this community? What are the things that this community gives you if you join this? Who is this for? Again, for women who are craving for a safe and grounded place. Why do we need that? We need to continuously be able to rest and heal and repair ourselves and to renew ourselves. We just move too fast. We don't choose to rest. With this work, with this journey, you will have time to just surrender and rest and pause and renew yourself week to week. We want to create a sense of belonging, so that we know each other by name. It's like the Cheers I used to watch when I first came to this country. We are active and an empathetic tribe. And we get to know each other truly. We want to create a consistency and continuity of connection. We know what's going on with each other's lives so that we can share, just be vulnerable and share a safe place where we can solve our problems, celebrate what we are living, plan out our life experiences for the future, and, vent and be miserable also. Laugh and cry and play and rest. And for who I am, I cannot but have an inspiring and creative community. Those who know me know that that's part of my blood. And the part of my heritage also in my spirituality, it's about we are here to play and learn together. This we are, born as humans, we play and we learn together, and then we go for the next adventure. This program, I'm calling it Anandam. Anandam in Sanskrit means a state of being, which comes from place of love, peace, and joy. Feel those three things together. You're in content, you're centered, and you're happy. So the first thing there's 3 bullet points of the intention of this group. It's a year-long journey that holds all of you and all for you together. What does that mean? We are our individual adventurers. You are enough. And we are about the individuality of each one of you. We're not blending them into a mush. We want to hold you as this unique, magical creature that no one else ever can be. It's just you. You here now is the oneness. 3 states of being: doing, and witnessing. We're always checking on and having a balance of these 3 states of being to be in a delightful way of living. We're attending to our 5 bodies: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and energetic, so that we can balance them and walk together. And we are dancing over the 8 aspects of life. If you've done a life wheel, you know what I mean. But it is about your home and environment, your resources and money, your education or learning and personal growth, your emotional and relationship with other people, your love life and romantic life, so there's 8 aspects of life that is like a wheel of life that creates your full life together. Right? So we are always going over all the aspects of them, no matter what you're talking about, whether it's about your work, and because everything feeds everything else. They're not different. We got to integrate and balance and have a flow. So we're holding all these parts as throughout the journey, attending to all of that. And that's what it means, holds all of you, no matter what role you're playing or where in life you are and what you are working with. It's a container or a place for all of you. The second point is being in community. For me, I cannot be any other way. Living, being myself, held in a community, in connection sourced by the Spirit. That's how I feel, the delight that I feel every day. That's a way of being for me. What does that mean for me in this context? I'm asking each person who joins, calling them to dare to be real, accountable, and compassionate. First to yourself. Self is the big thing, and then to the others. We are calling in people who want to continue on a path of personal, relational, and spiritual transformation. If you're someone is like, you know what, this no change for me to happen, I'm done with all my learnings, this may not be for you. This is not going to come up, but underlying, this is what's happening. This is not what you're doing, but we are going through all the time, personal, relational, and spiritual transformation. And this is for those of us who really want to hold the reins of this life, our experience of this life, and make the most of this adventure. It's like, I'm going to get in charge, hold my life, like bulls by the thorns, and I'm going to ride it. Come hell, come whatever. So I want curious souls, playful souls, breaking the boxes, wanting to take adventures and risks and playthings. That kind of curiosity and exploration, sense of adventure. And for people who do not know me, a few things that I do bring very strongly, especially for this year and this group, is I am going to integrate the living practices that I feel are the best of the East and West. I'm from India. I've been born and brought up my whole life and go back every year to continue expanding my lineage of being Vedic, Yogic, and Hindu Indian. I've been in study of over 12 years now in the shamanic practice of the deer tribe from Arizona. So I feel ready to, I have been integrating the East and West for quite a few years now. I would say the last 10 years. The second thing I think that I bring helps me know and understand people a lot, because I then know who they are better. Because my background is in science. I have a master's in software systems engineering and a half PhD, which I never completed because I got sick of the academia, in artificial intelligence. And I have a very scientific, I love maths. I'm in love with mathematics. And the same thing, I'm in love with arts. I am a painter, I do theater, I write. So all forms of arts are like creative expressions, the juiciness of it. Business. I've had made my career as a marketing and business person, business development for years on top of engineering. And that helps when you do measuring. Balancing helps to keep the equality and fairness and make sure things are running, like the gears are rotating and things are happening. And then the spirituality, which I breathe in. What do I mean by the basic principle of non-duality of essence and essential values? I truly believe each of our essence is divine. There is no good and bad in any one of us. We are perfect for who we are. And my job is to hold that for each one of you. So when you fall down from your own eyes, I will reflect back who you truly are. I'll hold the bigger picture till you are able to come back and measure for yourself. And you're not going to run away with excuses, because I'll reflect back your truth. And essential values. I really don't believe in good and bad. I see things being two ends of like a pendulum, and I believe in the range between them. Everything too much is not good, too little is not good. For example, greed, one of our basic values in yoga or Hinduism, is a bad thing. If we don't have any greed, life will become stale. I want that pecan pie with all my mouth. Satiating what I desire. If that is greed, I have it. But if I have too much greed and want to take over the world, then it might be a problem. So I believe everything in its proper measure is excellent, and it's for you to choose. There's no good and bad, of your choice. You want to kill yourself? Go ahead. It's your life. Make an informed decision. I'll hold space for that. But sovereignty of you is extremely important. Love, peace, and happiness is fundamental rights. It's not even like something you have to fight for. You have them. We just move all the obstacles that are in the way of you feeling that and being in that state. You don't need to call in love, peace, and happiness. You are born with it and you have it. Just move the shadows that's just getting in the way. And community is home. You call me at 3 o'clock. If I am near, I will come to you. And I believe people in this community will feel that, I don't know how to say it. It's like You are burnt, I'm burnt. No, I will not go over my boundary. I will tell you how much I can do. Another example I have is a couple of years ago in my village, someone's house got burned. Next morning, the elder in the village, sent a little boy with this bell, went around, okay, 12 noon, 12 noon, 12 noon at the banyan tree. So we all went to the banyan tree with the elders, sat and said, okay, Ramu's house is burnt. Someone said, oh, I have some bail. Someone said, I have some time tomorrow. I'll go and do it. Someone said, okay, you can stay here for tonight at my place. That's community. So that feeling of I have, I belong. That's what I've gotten us to. What we're working on is how do you get help, not from humans, but from everything else that's around us that we forget to ask for help from. And for that, we want to take a paper and pen so that we can draw and dribble. People who want to go crazy can bring in their colors. People who want to just use a pen and paper can bring that on. People who are like, fuck that pen and pencil, I'm just going to imagine in my head. That's allowed too. But it's fun to do something, which is embodied with a pen and paper, because then it lands in our bodies more. Does that make sense, everyone? Okay, so take a moment and grab your tools, and I am going to move to the whiteboard because I'm going to draw with you. First, let's draw a big circle, like the face of a clock. Okay. And then just like a clock, put in 12 on the top, 6 at the bottom, 3 where it is, just the numbers, because I'm going to tell you where to go to find your resources, because we are creating our circle of resources. Where do I go when I need help? Whether it's help with being peaceful, being calm, being happy, being creative, or whether it's with doing, I want to have strength and power in what I'm doing, and I want to feel more active. I want to have more clarity. So those are, being ways of living. And then the third way of living is witnessing. That you are neither being nor doing, you're just witnessing yourself. What the fuck am I doing? And am I being compassionate? Am I seeing that I've regressed to this 3-year-old who is just jumping and saying, me, 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 me? So that's all those fun states of that of witnessing. Again, I would love you to mute yourself for now. We'll come back and engage when we have an open session. So let's draw a circle. Which is my circle. I'm going to draw a circle. Okay. At 3 o'clock, which I call the East, we are also learning, basically all we know in terms of a compass, and north, south, east, and west. So 3 o'clock is our East. 9 o'clock is our West. 6 o'clock is our South. And 12 is our North. Okay. So as we said last time, and I'm just going to refer to them and move on. And if you're interested, I can send you the video from last week. What we're looking at is a circle that's around us that I can turn around and say, I need help with this. So we said in the East, what happens in the East that we all know of? The sun comes up. And the sun, the attributes of the sun is warmth and light and joy and spark and excitement. So when those are the things you want help with, you can simply turn to the sun and say, hey, I need your help. Knowing you have the right to ask for help from the universe. Whether it's seen or unseen, you can ask for help just because you are a partner in this cosmos. When you are a living creature, you're an earthling, you come with certain rights. And one of your rights is, I'm not alone. I belong to this web, that is this universe. And you guys, you need to help me out here. It's this basic right of being in community with everyone that we forget. And we try to do everything by ourselves. So born and brought up in community, it's like I claim my right at calling my uncle at midnight and say, hey, dude, I need help with something. And I'm not saying go to the extreme or making them completely dependable on them, but you do your part and you ask for help. So East, draw a sun. All you care, draw a sun or a light, whatever. Look at my sun. Oh my God. This is not a sun. Well, that's my sun. On the west, we think of is our planet, the Earth. Because without the Earth below us, we won't be here, right? So the story goes in the deer tribe, which is a shamanic lineage, is the sun and the earth, grandmother and grandfather, they fell in love with each other and they had their first baby, which was plants. The plant kingdom is their firstborn child. So in the south is where the plants live. But before that, sorry, I missed the west part. What do you think of when you think of the earth? If you want more grounding, stillness, peace, you want to relax, you want to curl up on the lap of your grandma, you want to splay your arms in the ice or the grass and just be like, ooh, surrender, surrender. All those things, that is just about being with peace, being with stillness, being with this deep content of everything is okay. I'm being held. I'm held and nourished. Those are the two things that the earth gives you. So when you feel like that, just ask the earth, hold me. Lie on your floor, your bed, curl up against a wall or, a stone. Find your rock, find your earth. When things are falling apart all over the place, that's where you can go when you need that kind of, base and anchor. Coming to the south is what I said is the plant kingdom. Think of a plant, think of trees and plants. What do they give you? Yes, look at Nancy being a plant. One of the best ways to come together is, when I teach little kids, I just tell them, be a tree. And they're so cool. They're like a tree with their hands up, with their feet, like a little bit. That's a beautiful practice. Everything falls apart. Be a tree. Because you know what? There's no, it's the pure sense of being who you are. An oak tree is an oak tree. It doesn't try to be a rose tree. A rose tree doesn't try to go around and try to be some eucalyptus tree in Australia, right? It is what it is. When you take hikes and you find this stunning little flower at the end of nowhere, and I'm like, wow, no one will see you. You're just born and blossomed in all its glory, and you're going to die maybe 3 days from here. But it's truly the radiating of your essence. That's what they teach us. Just core living and being. When we forget that, when we become competitive or judgmental, plants don't compare, they don't judge, right? They're that non-duality of this is what it is. Use trees. When everything is falling apart, just literally hug a tree or sit with your hand on a tree. Just touch the leaves of this little playful, little plants as they grow. Connect and ask for guidance from the trees. Those of you already know about plant medicine, you know how powerful that can be. The second child of the love affair of sun and earth were animals. So in the north, we can ask for help from the animals. And what are animals good at? Jumping and playing and moving and, going and getting what they want, or hiding. It's movement. It's the doingness of our lives, right? So when you are feeling depressed and lethargic, you don't feel you have energy, start imagining animals you love. Who do you want to be right now? Do you want to be a snake, an eagle? What do you want to call in as your spirit animal for the next project that you're going to do? You can draw that in the north. I want to be as powerful and strong as a panther. I need that clarity of focusing on, this is what I want, I'm going to get it. I want to be a snake, that's sexy and just slide and, just be like that. I want to be like a hummingbird, go from place to place and buzz. So if you connect to the field of what is it that I want movement, I want, be an elephant. I want to be sturdy and consistent. That's where you can go for help when you want movement and dance and playfulness in your life. Those four are the base helpers for you. So as I finish the four, what I think of is I connect them. So I know that these four form my baseline of finding my helpers. Just so that you know, this is also, north, south, east, west. They're called the cardinal points, right? It's like the parts of wheels. We are going to talk a lot about chakras in Vedic or yogic tradition. Means chakras are basically wheels. And our whole tradition is riding wheels, because everything is continuous, everything is circular, nothing is linear. So we are right now, today, we are really creating a circle or the wheel of resources that we get to carry anywhere we want, whether we want to go to a meeting, or we are going to interview, or we are going to, stay in my room and, I don't know, save the world. Whatever the intention, we can use this circle, put the intention in the middle, and ask for help from all sides. For ourselves, we will always have our very own circle of resources that we always carry, no matter what, where we are, just around us. It's a living practice we will keep on, engaging and developing. Now I'm going to talk about non-cardinal points. The non-cardinal points one is at 4:30, which is called the southeast. Next one is at 7:30, which is called the southwest. Next one is at 10:30, which is the northwest. And then the northeast is at 1:30. Okay, what kind of other help do we want? From who? Southeast, it's the place of your ancestors. What does that mean? Everyone that you can think of that loves you unconditionally, supports you for everything that you do, and also has the wisdom to guide you. Your ancestors may be your blood ancestors, your parents, your grandparents, their parents, all those kind of actual blood lineage. It can be the people of the country of origin you came from. For example, the healed Indian lineage. And I always say healed ancestors because some of them might not have done their work, and haven't healed themselves. So putting that word, healed ancestors, is really important. Your ancestors might also be your lineage. What does it mean? You do carpentry. You can call on all the masters of carpentry to help you with things. You're an artist, you're a dancer, you're a reader of books. You love to gather information. To think of all those souls that have ever been born on this earth that have mastery over what you love doing. When I'm painting and I'm like, oh my God, I have no clue. I don't know what to do next. I call upon, all those artists of my lineage, which is abstract expressionism. I say, okay, you guys, you need to feed me now. I am just vacant. When I'm sending prayers to someone having an operation, I just go up and say, okay, all the doctors and nurses that have ever been in this earth and are still here, I need you guys to make sure you have your shit together so that you can guide the doctor and nurses that's going to operate on my friend. Right? See how far you can expand your ask for help. You don't have to limit it to your partner, your friend, your lover, you're a person who is coming to help your cable. You can literally call in the help of everyone who knows about electricity. Help this guy out because he's fucking up with my electric cables. Right? Use your right to ask for help. Go beyond what you usually think, out of the box. Believe in the abundance of resources. 24/7, free of cost, abundance of resources. Only you can connect and call them in. If you don't ask for it, they won't come. And yes, I know I'm going woo-woo and pushing your thought form of imagination, but what the hell, try it. Because life as we know it is falling apart anyway, right? Might as well go far and beyond. So in the Southeast is your ancestors and lineage people. In the Southwest, I love this place. It's your dream teachers. What does it mean? All those who can help you dream. Dreaming is not just the physical form of what I do when I sleep. You dream when you're awake. You dream when you are asleep. It's the part of you which just imagines and dreams things up, because without a dream, nothing happens. No matter what you do, it starts with an idea or a dream coming in before it becomes an idea, right? So that spark of where something comes from, this is the place. When I'm stuck in my life, not feeling creative, don't have a path, I don't know what to do with myself, turn around and say, hey guys, you're masters of dreaming. Help me out. I need new ideas and dreams. And where do I go from here? What do I do with this? This is the place of dreaming for you. And they're masters of, dreamers. I work with Sergio, is from the Toltec lineage, and he teaches, lucid dreaming, which is you can go into your dream space and change your dreams, because according to him, if you can change your dreams within the dream, then What happens in life you can change, but that's like the advanced form of this work. Also, knowing how to interpret your dreams. If you want to believe in that kind of thing, this is the place you go and ask for help. What was that about? Help me out with that. Moving on to the Northwest. This is where you have your measure of right and wrong. It's the place which is called, the people who carry your book of life, which means what are you here to do? What are your values? What are your principles? So the guidance of your ethics, right? What are you here to do? What is your book of life? What is your path supposed to be? What's your purpose supposed to be? If you are doing things that doesn't feel, checking in, like, that is not what I'm supposed to be or do. This is a place of check-in, of values, measures, things you're doing, right, wrong, the values you want to live by, the policies that you believe in, your belief systems, all those. It's kind of the rational part mixed with your psychic ability to make it bigger. It's kind of your place of people and spirits who hold you and guide you in your ethical journey. And then in the Northeast, Northeast is an amazing place. It's the place of creativity. This is your creative ancestry or creative help. It's the design and choreography of your life. How you want to move through your life. What do you want to create? What do you want to make of it? Where do you want to flow? What colors you want in your life? Designing and changing and dancing your life away. This is where you go when you are creating something and you want help with. Not to get just the energy and inspiration of it, which you can ask from the East itself, but it's the real design and choreography of whatever you're creating. So repeating, in the non-cardinals, the Southeast is your blood lineage, blood ancestors, and your lineage of the work that you do, or the abilities that you have. In the Southwest is a place where of dreaming and imagination, you call for, the souls and the spirits that are good with that. Your dream teachers. In the Northwest comes your ethical guides, your moral, ethical, your path, what are you here for, your values of which path you want to take, which path you do not want to take. It's a check-in with the wisdom of who you are. And in the Northeast is your creativity buddies. That's where you go to design and choreograph things, make things happen. So once that 4 is done, I connect them again. You can see that the first 4 are more about who we are. The next 4 are more about what we do. Right? In the Southeast, it's like you are calling upon help no matter what you do because they love you for who you are. And they identify with who you are. They know you. And they love you and support you no matter what. In the Southwest, they help you. There's a helpers who help you with your dreams. In the Northwest, it's the helpers who help you with making the right choices. In Northeast, they help you with creating what you want to do. So the first four cardinals are about your energy of being. You always want to be delighted and have a balance of spark in your life and being grounded, right? It's finding the balance with both two. I have enough light and I have enough ground, because a plant doesn't grow without either of them. If we get too grounded or go too deep into the earth, then our energy goes down and we feel heavy, and ultimately we feel listless and depressed. If we go too high with the light, then we are scattered, and we are shining like glitters, but nothing is actually settled and happening. So the idea is to balance. We have enough light and we have enough ground to keep us here, right here in the middle. I have ground to go to and I have light to shine myself. Same with plants and animals, south and north. If you are just being, if you choose to be in a meditation for 7 weeks, that's different. But in normal life, if you're just being, the extreme of that is being couch potatoes and watching Netflix. That doesn't feel right most of the time. There are times that feels like the perfect thing to do. And then, we don't want to run around like frenzy either, right? So where is the middle ground? That's why I say non-duality. Call in and be in the present middle, where you're doing and you're being. And you're just balancing between the two. So those four are states of being, states of where you want to be. Next four are more active states of when you are engaging with life. You want the love and support and the cheering of your Southeast ancestors and lineage people and their wisdom. You want the dreams coming in, and you want the measurement of rationality of, is this, how much can I do? How do I do this? This feels wrong. This feels right. This feels too much for me. All those measurements. And then in the East, it's like, ooh, I want to go and create and blah, blah, blah. So all four of those work with you together to make things happen. So today, we are going to stop here and have an open session of, question answer, of you expressing what you feel from this engagement. So take a moment, look at where you have been writing and drawing things. And we are going to imagine in the center is you. Let me take a different color of, let's say you are in green. Think about who you are and where you are in life just today, right now. What do you need? Basically, you're reframing everything. So won't it be cool? Imagine, just feel this. Take a moment to close your eyes and feel it. In the perfect world that we live in right at this moment, feel that you're grounded, at peace, relaxed, stillness within, and you feel inspired and glowing with the warmth and light to be able to do anything you want. You're content with who you are. You adore yourself. Feel the love of just being you, radiating life, just like the plants do. And you are always ready for moving and action. when you choose to do that in the ways without any limitations of your vitality or movement. Imagine and feel in your body how to feel this balanced, integrative self. And now, imagine the love and support and wisdom that's standing by for anything, especially when you feel small, when you feel not worthy, when you go down. Your ancestors and your lineage people right there, always loving you, supporting you exactly for who you are. Carrying their smile with you, turn to the place of your dream teachers and dreams. And you can feel dreams coming in at the pace that you want them to, just the right amount. No pressure, just showing you different dreams you can pluck at, explore with. Carrying all that with you, attend to where your rationality and measuring skills and practical things helps you know how much you can handle. What capacity do you have? Is this right or wrong? Is this too much or too less? So feel the strength and power of that, knowing that it will never, will always be aligned to who you are and where your path goes. You will always feel the goodness of you and your work. And with all that around you, you go to the place of creating the energetic flow of you living this dream of a life with all that help always around you. And now attend to yourself in the middle of all that. Feel who you are, coming back to what we started with, the column around your spine, where your energy, your essence lives, fully embodied is in this human form. And right in front of you, right there in the middle, is your witness, your highest self, who always reflects back what you're doing, what you're being, asks, answers any question you have. It's just your witness, your highest self, your most wise persona. That is how we can live in delight. And that is a taste of what I want to call in for the whole year of 2022. I am going to try to give you a felt sense of when we start our journey from February, how would this really flow? So the first part of it always will be a basic meditation to come back and ground and be in your body. Because, as we live our lives, we get fragmented and go everywhere in our mind, our emotions. So we tend to kind of leave our body. So coming back, it's the embodiment practice, because this body is our car, if you say, that we are trying to drive. And if I'm not in my body, if I'm not in the car driving, I'm not going to go get anywhere. The second part will be a check-in session with your new adventure buddy for the week. So you will find yourself in a breakout room with another of your fellow adventurers, and you will be encouraged to share your lived experience of the last 7 days, because the practice we are bringing in is called Saptapadi, which means living 7 days at a time. And you will talk about the entire range. If it helps, I'll give you prompts every week. One week it might be, talk about emotional stuff that came up for you last week, or talk about your career and work. What's your purpose? What are you trying to do? So different weeks you will talk about how life took you to places during the last 7 days. And we believe in non-duality, which means nothing is bad or good. Everything it is as is. So, I was miserable and I was, magically happy. Both have the same qualities of importance in our lives. So I really request you to open up, in the sense that we are creating a group where if you can't say something anywhere else, you are welcome to say it here. That kind of trust, consistency, certainty, and feeling of safety. Dreaming in your best friend or best life buddy that you can have to have a partner in life. So after checking in, we will be back to the main group where we will engage in what I call a living practice, which means it's going to be a real life engagement, whether we are going to draw together or go through a shamanic practice together, or whether we are going to get into a storytelling session. It's a mixture of yogic, shamanic practices in terms of spirituality, mixture of writing, theater, drawing in terms of creativity, and mixture of cognitive and life skill building exercises. So we'll have all the different 5 bodies being fed. And when I say 5 bodies, that means the physical, the emotional, the mental or cognitive, the spiritual, and the creative and energetic life force energy. So it's going to be a diverse range of integrated living practices brought from the field of science, arts, business, coaching, spirituality, and a variety of diverse East and West procedures and strategies. After that is completed, I will sit for 15 minutes of Q&A session. And in that 15 minutes, different people can be on hot seats, raise your hand and I will answer as many of the questions for that day as possible. Now, the last 15 minutes you'll be back in the breakout room with your adventure partner for the week, who will be, your partner for the next 7 days. And with that person, you're going to dream up or plan the next 7 days. How do you want to, experience the next 7 days? Whatever you want to do that will bring you joy and delight and inspiration in your life. I know it's 7:36. Let's do our closing practice as always. Both palms on your heart. Feel your heart. Feel yourself. Adore yourself up a little. We want to be living in delight. We're going to get it. We are in it. From this place of love, put up your palm and send the love, the light, the prayers, your blessings. You can say the names you want to and just give a statement, and whoever else needs it. Make sure you drop that energy and then fold your hand, receiving. and ask for help. Ask for whatever you need. It keeps us human and humble. Knowing that you are given, bring it back to your heart. Take it in. Let it integrate with your essence and who you are now. If you want to repeat after me, Shoham, or whatever you want to call for completion. Thank you, everyone.